The other matter that's not really something that the court will vote on, is something that the authority will address, but is something that I think you need to know about, is what you have. The hospital doesn't employ physicians. It can't directly employ the physicians. The physicians have their own, what we call 501A corporation, that is their own practice group. And they practice at the hospital, but aren't under the umbrella of the management of the hospital. Especially in situations like this, the physicians are the lifeblood of your hospital. Even though they're not your employees, if you don't have physicians and specialists and such to practice at your hospital, you don't have a hospital. So there will be a management agreement between the authority and the 501A corporation, whereby there's a lot of facilitation between them, as far as the hospital providing some management support services to make it easier for them to practice in this area, gives them some support in advertising and marketing and different things that are for the joint benefit of both parties. But there's also within that a operational support element, whereby in order to keep the practice there, if it comes down to a situation where they are in a negative cash flow situation, the authority can provide support to the group to make sure that it can get through operations during negative cash flow times. That support can be recouped back during positive cash flow times. But it simply is a provision whereby you can be sure that even during downtimes, for example, if you have, there may be significant uncollectibles and stuff to where they're not able to keep the doctors they have. If a doctor is going to make X amount, then they've already sort of decided, well, they've sort of done a trade-off already when they come to a small community. They can make a lot more money somewhere else, but they've made the trade-off based on the quality of life and all that. But if you can't at least pay that trade-off amount, then you're going to lose that position. And so that is part of it also, that is really more under the authority umbrella, but it's just an explanation of how everything's kind of interconnected.
And Mike, that's in place now, is that not?
It's currently in place, but this is I guess we're putting it in a management agreement form.
Right now, that involves Dr. Hutchison, Dr. Hay, Dr. Burris, not Dr. Burris? Okay.
No, Dr. Peters.
Peters, okay.
Those three.
I'd like to point out that during the life of the previous authority, we've subsidized them by an average of $1.4 million a year. So, I mean, this is not going to be a new issue. While the other authority, I don't know what we subsidized there. It scares me when I hear those stories. But we did subsidize the previous authority by $1.4 million a year. And during the foundation, the life of the foundation, of course, we've not funded them anything except the capital improvement issue the construction project that the Commissioner's Court is doing right now up there.
And in reality, I think you'll see your subsidization amount not be as high as before for a couple of reasons. One, because of some of the outreach that's been done, the increased abilities of the hospital through the capital improvements and other additions, the addition of the outside clinic as a sort of an incubator of business, cost containment, because of the need to really, in this environment, cut down on all costs. There's been a lot of cost containment policies put in, and protections. So I think that the reality is you're not going to see the same level. I mean, I could be wrong, but
Of course, we're going to retain the approximately $930,000 a year in bond indebtedness, so
Right.
we will have that. So
right,
it won't take but about $500,000 more to be back up to that level.
exactly. My understanding is that the will of the court was to go back to a hospital authority type arrangement, so there would be more public oversight. If you're going to have to subsidize it anyway, then you want the public oversight.